Albert Giacometti was a Swiss sculptor and painter renowned for his accidental sculptures characterized by elongated, slender figures. Initially associated with Surrealism, he later developed his distinctive style exploring themes of alienation and isolation. His post-World War II works, such as Tall Figure 4, reflect existential concerns and are marked by rough textures and fragile forms. Giacometti's art profoundly influenced modern sculpture, leaving a lasting impact on the art world. Alberto Giacometti's Tall Figure 5 sculpture conveys a human experience using line, color, and light as its elements in an awe-inspiring way. These three main elements aided in creating a stark but expressive piece of art, capturing an essence that goes beyond the physical form. Every sculpture component forms a single meaning, and the symbol is not only on a surface level, but also more profound than the bronze form which is made. The most remarkable characteristic of Tall Figure 5 is its reliance on line. Giacometti's sculpture is known for its verticality, which reaches extreme heights. The lines are long, thin, and stretched, creating a feeling of tension and elevation. There is a certain fragility to these lines, as though the figure is being pulled upward, striving for something out of reach. This upward pull gives the sculpture a sense of aspiration and longing. The figure is rooted to the ground, yet its entire being reaches for the sky. It is a visual metaphor for the human desire to transcend one's limitations, to stretch beyond the conflicts of earthly existence. The color of Tall Figure 4 is unresponsive, with the natural bronze patina offering a spectrum of dark browns and muted golds. This simplicity in the color focuses the viewer's attention on the form and texture rather than on any particular coloristic expression. The monochromatic scheme contributes to the feeling of timelessness and universality. It does not matter what color the figure is, it stands as every person, the color becoming a background note to the symphony of lines that compose the form. The choice of bronze as the material, with its classical connotations, further anchors the figure in a tradition of memorialization, suggesting that the aspirations and struggles it embodies are as enduring as the metal itself. Light plays a crucial role in the perception of Tall Figure 4. As light falls upon the sculpture, it accentuates the rough texture and the elongated limbs, creating deep shadows that give the figure weightlessness despite its solid medium. The interplay of light and dark turns the sculpture into a living thing, with the shadows becoming part of the figure's extended silhouette. The way the light interacts with the sculpture changes the viewer's perspective, mirroring how human beings are perceived differently, depending on the observer's viewpoint. The dynamic shadows cast by the figure can also evoke the passage of time throughout the day, suggesting the enduring nature of the human spirit through the changing conditions of life. Edouard Voillard was a French painter and printmaker associated with the Naubist group and the Intimist movement. The Pitch Pine Room, painted in 1910, showcases his mastery of domestic scenes characterized by rich colors and intricate patterns. Voyard's work often depicts intimate interiors and everyday life, emphasizing the play of light and shadow. His unique style, marked by flattened forms and decorative elements, contributes to his reputation as a leading figure in turn-of-the-century French art. In his art, The Pitch Pine Room, Voyard used three main elements. The three elements being line, color, and light to showcase his artistic skills. In the Pitch Pine Room, the lines outline a well-defined town home space. The painting is flooded with horizontal and vertical lines that act as a household setting frame, producing order and steadiness. The panels of the woodwork, the edges of the furniture, and the figure themselves contour a united space that feels familiar and comfortable. Voyard uses lines to separate and connect the elements in the painting, for example, the figures and the furniture, to show the people's closeness to the environment. The lines are not rigid, but also have a lovely softness to them for the relaxed mood of the room. Flow is everywhere in every line that directs your eyes to the next element in the scene, so you feel like you are part of the gathering. Color in Voyard's painting is soft and warm, capturing the inviting features. The echo of the yellow and the brown of the wood paneling conveys light that gives away a feeling of calm and tranquility. In this regard, the Voyard's coloring has a soft yet recognizable effect that shows the mood. The red dress of the girl in the art is a focal point, producing a warm splash of color against the muted environment. Ultimately, all the colors blend together, with no bold lines, mirroring the seamless integration of life and art. The color used in this piece is more than to define forms. It portrays the warmth of summer day and the quiet environment that the family is experiencing. In Edouard Voyard's The Pitch Pine Room, the portrayal of light is not only used as a visual guide, but also is a significant scene character that influences the narrative and elicits feelings. The diffuse soft light in his artwork casts an illumination over the space as a mere visual phenomenon. It is a symbolic image of the warmth and closeness of the relationships amongst the people in the room. He manages to prevent sharp shadows from being cast on the figures and the objects, thus making a tranquil environment where the light looks like it is rubbing rather than outlining the objects. This light touch sets the scene for a moment of serenity with a hiatus from the traffic outside, which is a reminder of the holiness of a domestic setting. Voyard's mastery of light intensifies with texture and colors of the interior while also highlights the differences in occupancy. The way the light catches and moves across different materials, one can see how the details of textures, from the softness of fabrics to the smoothness of the wood, are illustrated. In conclusion, the analysis of Alberto Giacometti's Tall Figure 4 and Edouard Voyard's The Pine Room contends the influential role of lines, color, and light, which are employed to vividly demonstrate the visual themes and emotions in their artistic context. Giacometti's art, endowed with its colors, lines, and light, portrayed the existential conflict and the need to go beyond mirrors of the essential human condition. However, Voyard's art applies soft lines, warm colors, and diffuse light to bring out the matter of domestic intimacy and serenity. While the artists may differ in their approach and theme, they show a skillful command of these elements to give rise to powerful and everlasting artwork, which will provoke the viewers to reflect on their creative inner pieces.